guys, it's 21 Maxwell here, and welcome to another edition of WWE Updates. As you all know, we're into 2018. Actually, we have our final show from the Raw brand of 2018, Armageddon. We head into TLC for the SmackDown brand next week, and then after that we are in to the Royal Rumble and WrestleMania season. So the interesting thing will be, with a lot of Raw superstars moving to SmackDown, Roman Reigns losing a loser leaves Raw match to John Cena, sees him there, and Baron Corbin cashing in the Money in the Bank contract, meaning he's the new World Heavyweight Champion and he reigns on SmackDown as champion. So we've lost a lot of star power on Raw, which means it's time to build new stars. Something which is a bit debatable in real life. Is Raw doing that compared to SmackDown? Remains to be seen, but it's a decent show. We've got booked 241 minutes worth of action from Down Under, 22 segments, and hopefully a pay-per-view that we can all enjoy. So this is the final Raw show of the year. Let's see how they do. It's Armageddon. So we start off in front of 35,959 at the Docklands Stadium in Australia, and a video hypes up our main event for this evening. We've got the usual pyro, we've got the usual hype video to start the show. We hype up the WWE Championship match between the champ, the Beast, Braun Strowman, and the underdog, the ultimate underdog, in this case, the former WWE Champion, Daniel Bryan. A-Star 96, the show got off to a strong start here, the crowd were hot, and they are happy that we've got this big matchup involved in our main event. We start off the show with a spectacular entrance. It is the pay-per-view debut of the Perfect 10, Ty Dillinger, as he gets ready to compete for the European Championship. So we get the crowd up a little bit heated here. A D+51 as the Perfect 10 enters the arena. And the opening contest had decent wrestling, but little heat, and it saw AA Austin Aries defeat Chad Gable, Roderick Strong, Ty Dillinger, Cody Rhodes and Jason Jordan. 13:07 when Austin Aries defeated Roderick Strong with a brainbuster. Austin Aries makes the third defence of the European Championship. So it was a good B-72, a couple of good performances in there, some not so good. But again, building up a decent division, European Championship, a few skill improvements. But the greatest man ever lived is the greatest representation of the European Championship ever lived. So good match up to start the show there. Next up, we've got the Tag Team Championships on the line. It was about to have decent wrestling, but didn't have much heat. It saw the Revival win the championships again as they defeated the Hype Bros, My Generation, and the New Day, who have newly reformed, Xavier Woods and Kofi Kingston. In 13:54, when Dash Wilder defeated Pete Dunne with a full Nelson Slam, the Revival, as I say, become the new Tag Team Champions, so decided to opt with them again as champs. C+70 is okay, it could be a bit better. A few poor performances in there. But again, just establishing top heels of the division, new champs, and a returning tag team looking to reclaim their championship. A lot of skill improvements in there, which is good to see. And negatives, few and far between, but overall, good representation of our tag division. So Revival stole one, and they start brawling with the New Day. What's a New Day Revival without a new acquisition to Monday Night Raw? And it's a 3v2 beatdown now, as Big E is back, and he helps beat down the Revival. So the New Day are fully reformed on Armageddon for WWE Raw. A C+67, it got the crowd hotter. Woods and Kofi performed poorly, but with Big E alongside them, surely the New Day can only go to great heights as they're back again in 2018. Will they rock? It remains to be seen. And after it, little promo backstage, just to throw them, get a few jokes saying, it's been a long time coming, but the New Day's back and ready to become tag champs again. Big E's ready to kill it, does his taunts that he does that are not very PG, and yeah, they just have a good time. And hopefully, I say we can build up another 2 stars here alongside Big E, so all promising there. Next up, Paul Heyman is out to the ring and he says him and Brock Lesnar are back for another stand. They are going to dominate tonight. They are going to open up a match-up against Cesaro. They're going to show that Lesnar is still the Beast incarnate. He's going to dominate in the Royal Rumble and he's going to destroy another wrestler at WrestleMania. He's been out of the picture of a lot recently. But it's time to show Brock is back and Brock is going to dominate. So that was a very good A90 segment, which I'm very happy with. Matchup done okay. It was two performers who don't really click with each other, but a big name nonetheless. Great heat, decent wrestling. Brock defeats Cesaro in just under 8 minutes with the F5. B-77, Cesaro slowed down by his injury. Awkward bout, a 75 and a 65 performance isn't great, but at the end of the day, it makes Brock look like a badass. So we're dropping Cesaro down the card a little bit because of his injury. But yeah, overall, pretty happy with that, considering the lots of negatives we have alongside it. That's why it was placed there on the card. Next up, we've got a promo between Fire and Might, of course, the team of Dana Brooke and Becky Lynch, as they look to defend their Shine Tag Team Championships again. And a very impressive B80 rating, as they were taking on the best friends of AJ Lee and Bayley. And that matchup was fantastic. It was a bout of decent wrestling, but didn't have much heat. And the team of Fire and Might defeated AJ Lee and Bayley at 10:38 when Dana Brooke destroyed the internet by defeating AJ Lee with a Samoan driver. The 8th title defence of their great opening reign as the Shine Tag Team Champions. AJ was a weak link. B79, 3 solid performances from Becky, Bayley and Dana Brooke. As I say, well, Becky's got this injury. We're just using this time to fully establish Dana Brooke as another over superstar. So what a good positive there. Again, it's just Dana Brooke surprising the world. Next up, we've got Kevin Owens and John Cena backstage. They're just basically talking how they're very annoyed the fact that neither of them have a matchup tonight. And the fact is, they're a bit pissed off at management. They're not getting championship opportunities. So tonight, because they have a match now, they're going to take out their frustrations on Mexicano dos Lucha. And this should be an interesting matchup here. So A91, just really giving them something to do on the show. Both men came across very well. It's quite strange seeing a team of Cena and KO. And the matchup was pretty good, it was decent. And it saw Cena and KO defeat Mexicano dos Lucha in 17:25 when KO defeated Kalisto with a package pile driver. B+86, so good spotlight for Flamita and Kalisto. Owens and Cena with good performances here, but it's still just giving them something to do as we head into Mania season. Kalisto improving Rumble skills. Overall, it was just a good opportunity for those two, and a win making our heels look real strong. Next up, we had the Women's Championship on the line. It was a decent matchup that saw Crazy Mary Dobson defeat the former champion Alexa Bliss and the #1 contender for winning one of the Women's Championships, Sasha Banks, in 14:36 when Crazy Mary Dobson defeated Alexa by pinfall. Crazy Mary Dobson makes the second defence of the Women's Championship. B-76, it didn't go quite as well as I was hoping it would have went. I thought that would maybe exceed the match between Alexa and Crazy Mary. But not to be. Sasha with a great performance, Crazy Mary as well, and the storyline advances. But a very strong Raw Women's division. And of course, that's forgetting we still have Becky, Dana, and Bayley, all that can compete for a very prestigious now championship. And after the matchup, she's crazy, she's Mary, she's got a ladder, she just beats down the challenger with a ladder. Because why not? Let's make that Crazy Mary stipulation B82 as she makes a mockery of Sasha Banks and makes Crazy Mary look strong. Next up, we've got the man on a mission. Bo Dallas is hyping up his US Championship match against Dolph Ziggler. An A90, good promo from Bo, not his best work. Lost some heat to the storyline, that's how you know it's not his best work. Performance was good. As Bo just says, he's beaten Dolph Ziggler, he's shown he is the US champion, and he is going to continue to ascend to the top, and not even the likes of Dolph Ziggler can prevent that. Match was a spectacular A90 as well. It had great wrestling and good heat. Bo Dallas defeats Dolph Ziggler in 20:36 with a spear. Bo making the second defence of the US title, just really giving Ziggler his mandatory rematch clauses. But good match, 90 performance from Ziggler, 88 from Bo. Again cementing Bo Dallas as a future main eventer here in WWE. In fact, he's actually so over. Pretty much I could make him number one contender if I wanted. He's that over. He could fit in a program. Issue though the same as Bray. Stamina. That's worrying. Next up, we've got a promo from The Miz cutting on Seth Rollins. He says he should be champion, but if it's not for losers like Seth Rollins getting in the way, then Mr. Hollywood would be a championship contender. So A-Star 100. The really storyline advanced and gained heat. A bit of tension we've had in the last few weeks on Miz TV. And yeah, just a good program for both of these guys to be in. The match was solid as well, exceptional, and it saw Seth defeat The Miz in 1927 by pinfall with God's Last Gift. A94, Seth went 94, Miz went 94, everything's a 94. Seth looks really strong coming out of this, and I'm not going to lie, I may try and extend this this program out a little bit because I feel there's a long way to go, and it can certainly benefit both of these competitors. It's main event time, let's go. Miz after the match has a temper tantrum. B+88. Little segment for the Miz, makes him look good. Daniel Bryan has a promo hyping up him versus Braun Strowman. He says Braun Strowman's been an utter dominant champion, but Daniel Bryan's overcame the odds before. He's defeated Batista, Triple H and Randy Orton in the one night of injuries. He can become WWE champion again. This is why he came back to wrestling for the fans and to become champ again. So A-Star 98, the storyline with Braun, gains some heat. And the match itself was sensational, with fantastic heat, and it saw Daniel Bryan defeat Braun Strowman in 30 minutes and 29 by pinfall. The quick cradle, Daniel Bryan wins the WWE Championship. So the dominating champion Braun Strowman loses the belt. We get an A-Star 98 between him and Daniel Bryan, so absolutely superb from both of them. Both guys win 96 performance. Storyline gains heat, which is good to see. Braun's improving performance skills. What can I say? Just absolutely fantastic from Braun and Daniel. And after the matchup, a disappointing B82. Basically, Braun Strowman chases Daniel Bryan to the back. Bryan is just running to the back with a title belt in hand. Gets in a car, he sees it's Brie inside it, with, as I say, just some driver, and they speed off as Daniel Bryan has not really stolen it, but he's got the victory over Braun, and he is your new WWE Champion going into 2018. Overall, the story, basically the show, again, A+96. It's interesting to see how much higher we could have got if we didn't get the 82 at the end. But fantastic from the Raw brand. As I say, we're building up new stars. Braun's looking strong. Miz is back to his best. Bo Dallas is looking good. Got the likes of Kevin Owens really establishing himself at the top. Dana Brooks coming through. And Crazy Mary Dobson in the women's division. Show increased their pop in 31 regions. A good show again for being down under. And I think really the people you have to praise here, Daniel Bryan, Big Braun. I think we'll go with Miz. Praise all three. Bryan was pleased, Braun was pleased, Miz was pleased as well. It's what's really happy for me to see is Braun and Baron didn't come up from NXT until pretty much after the first year in game, so they were in development for a long time. They came up, both of them went into the Wyatt family, Braun as expected, Baron as a late addition. Both of them benefited massively from being in that and the World Grand Prix. And when they stepped out of the shell of Bray Wyatt, they've just been absolutely phenomenal. Let's see if there's anyone we can pinch. I like a wee steely wrestler. No, nobody else we can steer there, but the show was incredible. Absolute success. I'm interested to see how that rates in the show of the year candidates. And Nikki Valentine's going to sign from her development. She'll get up to the main roster, but put back down to Lucha Underground. Teddy Hart is probably going to come up to the main roster from Lucha Underground as well, just extending Stu Barrett's contract as well. So Cherry Bomb's over her injury. Chris Hero wants a better push. 3.95 for Armageddon. 6k on drug tests. John Cena just loves Chad Gable. He just needs that breakout feud to get him away from the mid-card. So what we'll do is Nikki Valentine, we'll just punt you down to we send most people away to Lucha Underground. to work. It's mostly just to get their overness up, because that's where most people are getting over, because Lucha Underground is on a lot of television channels, so it's drawing pretty much the same viewing figures as ourselves, which is scary, but it's my main development company. You saw their size was looking good. No rush to get it to global. I'm happy where we are. We're top company. We've got a lot of money. It's all good. But yeah, we're in a good position. And next up in the schedule, next week's TLC. So we'll do TLC, that'll be next week's video. After that, we'll have a couple of videos which will just be the full rundown of the main roster, of developmental, and just giving everybody a good chance to see what's happening here in the story, in the save story, and where we are going forward. So apart from that, as I say, we're in a good position. We'll quickly put Chris Hero up to an upper mid card, so he's getting there slowly but surely. The ECW World Champion, sitting with 62 overness, some places even 676, so he's doing well. But yeah, as always, guys, thank you for watching. It's deeply appreciated. As I say, if you get any comments on the series and you'd like to see get a big push in 2019, it would be now. Let me know who you'd like to see getting pushed going forward, and if you'd like to see getting that big post-Mania push. What do you think of the show in general, Armageddon? Have you ever seen someone like Braun Strowman just get these ratings out of nowhere? Let me know what you think of that as well. Do you feel the right guys went over? Is there any storylines you feel could make good Mania matchups? What do you think a Mania card could be? And just in general, guys, how's your own saves getting on? Is there anyone you're pushing yourselves with WWE or any other company? Any gazzles, etc.? Deeply appreciated. Any, of course, likes, subscriptions, etc. are all deeply appreciated. As I say, anything that can help support the channel, as I say, is very much appreciated. And I thank you if you do support the channel in those ways. Apart from that, as I say, if you want to follow me and get me on Twitter at 21Maxwell, you can also, as I say, get the game. It is on the Grey Dog Software website, roughly about 25 quid. There's older versions available on Steam. I think it's £13 at the moment, or it was the last time I saw. That's 2013. Small differences. Graphically, user interface pretty similar, although there is a lot more features in this one. You can also get a 2-month free demo, 2 months in-game time. That's available on the website as well. And the forum section on Grey Dog also has lots of mods, a lot of good mod makers there. But the fictional, as I say, historical, and just real world mods. All that is there. A lot of great graphics, people, certainly with a lot of different things. As I say, if you want certain face packs, belts, you name it, great community there. If you want to see some more YouTube content, you can. As I say, I would definitely recommend the Fantasy Bookers subreddit. A lot of good written diaries there as well, and YouTubers you can certainly check out if you want to see something a little bit different. But as always, guys, thank you for watching. It's deeply appreciated. I think this will be viewed after Mania, so hopefully Mania was a success. And yeah, thanks for watching. Keep it tight. Bye bye.